Hello and Happy New Year. Big things coming in the new year for the Summit League. For one thing, there's going to be a brand new home for the basketball championships. The Summer League tournament moves in March to the new Denny Sanford Premiere Center in Sioux Falls. Basketball fans and concert goers and curious residents all got a look this week at the newest entertainment and sports facility in the Midwest. Summit League Senior Associate Commissioner Mindy K. Larson is one who came away impressed with what the new building will offer.
I'm really excited to plan it all out and figure out where we're going to host things. And like I was saying, I just think the new stage for the student athletes and being able to showcase their talents in such a beautiful building and all the new technology and everything, I really think it's bringing our tournament into a new century, and I'm really excited to get it all planned out, and I'm really excited for our student athletes to see the building.
The Denny or the PC or whatever it's going to be known as in casual conversation is $115 million worth of comfortable seats and plentiful food vendors and lots of bathrooms. Everything fans want when they go to a game.
I think the biggest thing they're going to notice when they walk in the door is that it's a comfortable, attractive building. I mean, it's not like some buildings where you'll walk into the bathroom and there's a trough and a big tub on the wall essentially for a sink. We have very nice amenities. They'll notice the clubs. We have two public clubs and one private club, so people can have a bit of a different experience, and then they'll notice the intimacy. Even though it's a large building and it's much bigger compared to the old arena, compared to a lot of facilities out there, ours has a much more intimate feel. And they'll notice the quality, everything from lighting to sound to just the general appearance.
Sioux Falls Mayor Mike Huther was a driving force behind the construction of the new venue, and he got downright emotional during the grand opening ceremonies.
It is indeed a great time to be a citizen of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hey, Sioux Falls, let's cut us a ribbon and celebrate our new event center.
The building will be home to a USHL junior hockey team and an IFL indoor football team. And next March, it will host the Summit League basketball tournament for the first time.
Never did I imagine that we had a 12,000 seat arena back then, and it'd be state of the art, as good as any in the country. And I've been in Division I athletics 30 years. So I've traveled into arenas all across this country, and I can tell you this is as good as it gets.
And not lost in all of the new construction is the idea of student-athlete welfare, giving the teams and the players the best experience possible.
Absolutely, and also part of student-athlete welfare is giving them fans to play in front of, and that's what's been great about Sioux Falls, is that they're not playing in an empty arena. There are people that are coming out to see them play and see their talents, and so impressed with just the general fan knowledge here. I mean, South Dakota State, USD, the people who are close, North Dakota State, they're coming out to watch IUPUI and IPFW, and they're just excited about the league in general. And that's so crucial for our student athletes, to just have people get to see all their hard work come to fruition.
While the Premiere Center is part of a new building bonanza going on in Summit League cities, up next we'll take a peek at some of the other big building projects that are going on.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Well, 2015 is going to be a big year in the Summit League. 2016 is going to be a big year for new athletic arenas around the league. North Dakota State will open a new basketball venue, a renovation of the current Bison Sports Arena in Fargo. Here's what it's going to look like when it opens in October of 2016. The Shields Center will be the main arena, and it will seat 5,700 fans for basketball. There will be a basketball training facility with 2 additional courts, and the complex will also have a new area for strength and training and rehab, and there will be a new room for the Bison Sports Hall of Fame as well. Well, down the road in Brookings, South Dakota State is enjoying their new indoor practice facility right now. The Sanford Jackrabbit Athletic Complex, the SJAC, is up and running.
The
building has an overall footprint of nearly 150,000 square feet. It's 525 feet long, 283 feet wide, and includes a slanted roof that starts at 70 feet and rises to over 82 feet.
I was just astonished by how big it was, because we would look from the weight room into this facility and we'd be like, wow, that's pretty big. But once you actually stand in it and you're able to see someone the entire distance across the field, then you really kind of put things in perspective and are able to see the enormity of this place.
I was blown away. I mean, from the outside it looks big, it looks even bigger once you come in here and you're actually on the turf practicing or working out.
It's the 5th collegiate facility in the nation to feature an 8-lane, 300-meter track. It also includes 100 yards of soy-based field turf. It's big enough to hold 3 B-52 bombers, 8 Boeing 737s, 30 basketball courts, or the entire width of Mount Rushmore.
If I would have came here last year, it would have been, walk on campus. I loved it already. But seeing this facility and how much it's growing, how much they love their athletics, it would make a huge difference.
Coming in as a recruit here, seeing this, I'd be like, wow, there's so much opportunity here.
And one of the most important aspects of the Sanford Jackrabbit Athletic Complex is that it simplifies practices, hosting everything at one on-campus site.
We would practice in the barn and we'd be on a gym floor, and so it would really hurt to dive. We'd get a ton of bruises, and then of course this ground is turf. It's so much more beneficial with the weather, considering we are in South Dakota.
Be able to work out here in this one facility rather than moving from the barn to Fifth Street Gym to Swiftel. We can work as a team in this huge facility.
The S-Jack changes everything because we are able to practice together as a team, which is huge because we're able to get to know each other in all the different divisions and events in our sport.
But there's more than just the track and turf. A large weight room, twice the size of the previous one, helps athletes mold their physiques. And the athletic training and sports medicine areas feature cold and warm pools and a state-of-the-art underwater treadmill, allowing student athletes to rehab without the strain on their joints and muscles.
We have a lot more new equipment. Underwater treadmill, we utilize that a lot. Since we do condition a lot, it helps us take the pressure off of our knees.
I'm in the training room a lot, actually, just for maintenance and stuff like that. But it's awesome. It's big. There's a lot of tables, and then of course the cold tubs and the hot tubs. Those are really awesome as well.
The Sanford Jackrabbit Athletic Complex is not just for training and practices, however. The track and field squads will host 3 indoor meets this season.
With a building like this, you have to fill it with all your passion, and you have to fill it with every part of your being in order to compete your best and really show what this facility means. So I think that I'm just very proud to have SDSU have a facility like this in the first place, and then to be able to actually compete in it is just an amazing opportunity.
Well, in addition to NDSU and SDSU, Omaha and the University of South Dakota have new basketball and volleyball arenas in the works. The UNO Community Arena will open in the fall of 2015, and the USD facility is set to open in the fall of 2016. Well, all of this expansion makes Tom Douple smile, and coming up next, we'll talk with the commissioner on the league that he has helped build and a little background on his run and rise to the summit.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Well, Happy New Year and happy anniversary to Summit League Commissioner Tom Douple. He took over as the league's top dog 10 years ago, and he has guided the Summit League through some monumental changes in the last decade. Tom Douple has been around, professionally and geographically. Home right now is near the Summit League offices in suburban Chicago, but he is from the East, and he went south to be a college student athlete.
I was a distance runner. I ran cross country and track at LSU, the 2-mile, 3-mile, so it was fun. I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and matriculated down to LSU. Got tired of running 100 miles a week in the winter, and so I decided I'd maybe try the South down there, and it was great. That's the one thing that attracted me to LSU. I happened to go down there in March, and I look around, the azaleas are all blooming. They have a great stadium, basketball arena, football stadium. They had their own athletic dorm, with the training meals. So it was a lot of comparisons, you know, in today, but it was just a great experience.
Douple says he was like a lot of athletes coming out of high school today. He wanted to see what was out there beyond the borders of his home state, and he definitely took an extended look around.
I had an opportunity to go to 62 different schools, and back then it was unlimited visits, so I was visiting all different kinds of schools. Now it's only limited to 5. You have to narrow it down, but it was good, and I made the right decision to end up there. And, you know, I love LSU, and you know, those tiger stripes run deep.
He ended up staying in Louisiana and coached and taught for 8 years at a high school in Baton Rouge. And he eventually landed as an assistant athletic director at LSU. He then spent 9 years as the athletic director at Southeastern Louisiana and 5 years at Southern Utah. And in his time there in 2004, Douple was part of a group that started the Great West Football Conference, which at one time or another was home to South Dakota State, North Dakota State, and the University of South Dakota as those schools made their transitions to Division I. Omaha was later an affiliate member of the Great West as well. But Douple was the innovator who basically wrote the bylaws and set the schedules and created the Great West. His 35-plus years of administrative experience has allowed Douple to guide the Summit League with a steady hand through what's been a tumultuous 10 years. For one thing, the Summit League wasn't even the Summit League when Douple took over in 2005. He was in charge of one of the league's most notable changes since it started back in 1982, leading the transition and the name change from the Mid-Continent Conference to the Summit League. And just since that change in 2007, league membership has shifted dramatically as well. Centenary and Southern Utah and Kansas City and Oakland have all moved on, but Fort Wayne and South Dakota State, North Dakota State, South Dakota, and Omaha and Denver have all moved in.
We have 9 solid schools right now. Our presidents and chancellors have really bought into that. You know, there's not this angst of where they're going to go anymore. You know, they just recently passed where, you know, our exit fee is now raised to $1 million. That's a statement.
And for Douple, his statement or stamp on this league has been that of a steady climb as well. His has been a career path and a mindset that in a lot of ways has mirrored the Summit League in the last 10 years. Stay steady, stay the course, don't get rattled, and throw in a little philosophy and a good analogy every once in a while.
You set your goals, and you have that little goal, and you put it on your flag, and you put that flag on top of the mountain, and every day you just take those steps going up that mountain. And you know, it's not strewn with flowers, and it's not a great roadway. There's a lot of hurdles, and you know, folks throwing rocks at you as you're going up through the mountain. But you've got to stay steady at it. And we did, and you know, we got up on top of that mountain, and we got to the summit, pun intended. And you know, we saw that we survived. We hit that goal, and you know what you see up on top of that mountain once you're there? You see a higher mountain with new goals. And that's what we're trying to do, is we keep steadily trying to get to the summit of these mountains with new goals.
Well, coming up next, one of our favorite stories from 2014, a golfer at Denver with some family ties to Rory McIlroy.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Well, the University of Denver women's golf team has been known for having a lot of European players on their roster, and it was no different this year. One of them is from Northern Ireland, from the same hometown as the best men's player in the world right now. Jessica Carty is just a sophomore on the Denver women's golf team. She finished tied for 8th last year in the Summit League Championships, and she has thoughts of maybe getting paid to play someday.
I still have a couple more years here, but I'd like to work hard, see how it goes, and then consider turning pro. I don't know, it's hard to call right now, but get my education kind of out of the way and work hard here with my golf over the next couple of years, and definitely I'd consider turning pro, yeah.
Well, that would put her in the company of another pro from her hometown, a young man who won the British Open this year and is the #1 ranked player in the world. Rory McIlroy and Jessica Carty both hail from a little town in Northern Ireland called Holywood.
It's a pretty small town. It's about 5 minutes from the capital city, Belfast. But like you would walk down the street and you would know everyone. It's really small, and the golf club is great. Everyone, it's like a really close club, and everyone is really supportive of like me when I'm doing well, and obviously they were really proud that Rory's from there, so it's a nice little town.
And in that nice little town, people know people. And it just so happens that the Cartys got to know the McIlroys.
My dad grew up playing golf at the club, and all his family grew up playing there. They were all pretty good golfers as well, so yeah, my dad and Rory's dad have been pretty close, and my mom actually used to like babysit him when he was younger. She has some funny stories, so yeah, that's how that came about.
McIlroy is a handful of years older than Carty, but the two have crossed paths before and talked a bit about the game. He gave her some advice not too long ago.
Just to keep working hard. I actually won the Irish Girls, which is like our national championship. I won it a couple of years ago, and he somehow found out and sent me a text saying like, "Jess, I heard the good news, good job, keep up the hard work." So that's all he's pretty much said, keep up the hard work. He's just a normal guy, he's just like anyone else. He hasn't changed a bit, and when he comes back to Hollywood, he just comes into the golf club and sits down with someone like anyone else would, so he's a really nice guy. It's scary to think of what he will be able to do like in the game of golf, and he's already achieved so much at such a young age, and I personally don't think there's anyone out there that strikes a ball like he does, so it'll be interesting to see how far he can go and how many more majors he can win.
Well, Denver has been a great addition to the league now in their second season. Oral Roberts has been a great re-addition back into the league this year. So what do you know about ORU? We're taking on a tour of the Tulsa campus coming up next.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort and Dakota Land Honda. Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Health and your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. Oral Roberts University rejoined the Summit League this year after a 2-year stint in the Southland Conference. The Golden Eagles are back. Earlier this year, we got a tour of the ORU campus in Tulsa, hosted by 2 of the school's star student athletes.
Hi, I'm redshirt junior soccer player Helen Erb.
And I'm redshirt junior men's basketball player Obi Amegano. And we want to welcome you to the beautiful Oral Roberts University campus, located in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Founded in 1964 to educate the whole person, mind, body, and spirit, located in South Tulsa. We have one of the most unique campuses in the world, and we'd like to show you around.
Welcome to the Learning Resource Center and Graduate Center.
Easily the largest building on campus, the LRC stands 7 stories high and has more than 900,000 square feet of space.
It is the main academic building on campus and hosts the ORU Library, Admissions Department, Campus TV, radio stations, and the Elsing Museum of Natural Art.
One of the highlights of the building is a newly created One Oak Shark Tank. Built in 2012, the Shark Tank is a state-of-the-art facility that includes an executive-style boardroom for the College of Business.
In all, ORU has just over 3,400 students representing 50 states and more than 70 countries. ORU offers more than 65 undergraduate majors, 14 master's level programs, and 2 doctoral degrees. We were named Best in the West by the Princeton Review and earned a top-tier ranking from the U.S. News and World Report.
The newest building on campus, the Arm & Hammer Alumni Student Center, features dining options, gaming options, and the largest television in the state of Oklahoma.
The second floor is home to ORU's alumni and development offices and offers an alumni lounge as well as various conference rooms for alumni and donor events.
Other significant buildings on campus include Christ Chapel, Howard Auditorium, and one of the most unique buildings on any Summit League campus, the Prayer Tower, which is located in the center of the campus to symbolize the power of prayer. The home to national champions, College World Series participants, and more than 85 All-Americans, the ORU athletic facilities stand out from the rest.
The Mabee Center, home to ORU's men's and women's basketball, is a 10,000-seat multi-purpose facility that has hosted multiple nationally ranked basketball teams, an NCAA Elite Eight, and multiple musical stars such as Elvis Presley, Willie Nelson, and One Republic. In addition to a brand new video and conference room, the Mabee Center has a full court practice gym, athletic offices, and a player's lounge.
Our other outstanding facilities include the Case Soccer Complex, which is my home away from home, the Aerobic Center, including a volleyball court, an elevated running track, and also the Burkhart Family Strength and Conditioning Center.
Home to 22 conference championships, J.L. Johnson Stadium has hosted 3 NCAA regionals and dozens of major leaguers, including Mike Moore, who was the #1 overall pick in the 1981 MLB draft.
The ORU baseball team also benefits from a newly renovated locker room that includes a kitchen and a game lounge.
At 3,500 square feet, the H.A. Chapman practice facility is one of the nicest indoor facilities in the country, featuring a full-size baseball infield, batting cages, a pole vault area, high jump pit, and a long jump practice area.
The Golden Eagles don't just get it done on the field of competition, but in the classroom as well, posting a 3.15 GPA last year, marking the 15th straight year over a 3.0 for the entire department.
Whether you are here for our 50th anniversary celebration or to watch one of our 16 NCAA Division I teams in action, we hope to see you on campus soon.
Thanks to all of our member schools. Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2015.